See Here's the Thing is proudly sponsored by Grisey Audiovisual, a family-owned and operated business that has served the Erie area since 1947. From rentals and sales to installations and duplication, Grisey offers professional services at a reasonable cost and is the AV company to depend on and ensure your event is a success. See Here's the Thing is also sponsored by All-In-Act Theater, Erie's best entertainment value since 2004. Comedies, dramas, mysteries, farces, quality theater at an affordable price.
Holy celebrity photo shoots, Batman! By the power of Beyoncé's twins, we're back for another episode of See Here's the Thing. In episode 38, we're going to talk about the Forbidden Forest opening at the Harry Potter London exhibit. We're also going to chat about new Zords in the Power Rangers poster, a possible Deadpool Wolverine crossover, Robert Englund returning as Freddy Krueger, and Ben Affleck leaving the helm of the Batman movie. We'll also cover Snagglepuss, SNL, Game of Thrones, and of course we have to talk about theater, so we're going to talk about The Devil Wears Prada becoming a musical with music by Elton John. All this and more in episode 38, which begins now. Welcome back to another episode of See Here's the Thing, a very soft opening for episode 38. I thought I'd try something different.
Wow, how would you say scared
Did you like
by
it?
your openings?
Did you like it?
I'm sleepy now.
Should I try another one?
No,
Do you like
keep it.
Welcome back to a very special episode of
It's like NPR.
See Here's the Thing. I am your host, Kate, and then joined by my saucy co-host, Patrick.
I'm saucy today, huh?
I almost said sweaty because I had that sweaty balls vibe
Yes,
from
you did.
SNL.
Yes, you did.
It's episode 38.
Yay!
And it's crazy that in 12 more episodes, 12 more weeks, we're going to hit our 50th.
Phew.
Our 50th anniversary.
What was the date of our first one? March, wasn't
March
it?
like 24th, I think. It
We'll
coincided
have a big
with
party.
Batman versus Superman opening. That was our very first episode. So we're going to have a some sort of a celebration for that episode. We're going to have back old guests, probably bring in some new guests. Maybe,
It'll be a party.
Maybe new co-hosts. I don't know.
Oh, boy.
We'll just see how the dice rolls.
Well, I want to thank everybody. It's been a lot of
It's
fun.
been a good run so far. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. I've been a little under the weather this week.
Yeah, you have.
We almost didn't make it to this recording.
No, you almost didn't.
I know. We had a guest lined up for today, and the same thing happened. She wasn't feeling well, so Jess Lybrook from the Erie Animal Network will be joining us in the future
Feel
for another
better.
episode. Yes, feel better, please. It is that time of year. Everybody's been either like stomach flu lately, or they've had the cold that doesn't go away for 2 months. So it's just, man, I hate being sick.
Yeah. I mean, here in Erie, we are sick with it.
We're sick of everything in Erie.
We are sick of being
We
sick.
really haven't had it too bad in terms of weather this year.
No, and actually that's probably the reason why everyone's getting sick, because we've been like
That's true.
dancing around the freezing temperature and then up to the 40s and then down to the 20s, and that's a good reason to be sick.
Absolutely. Well, you know what I'm not sick of?
No,
Be careful with that next one. Do you know what I'm really excited to talk about, though?
you know what I forgot to look up?
What's that?
Our word. I forgot to look up.
Well,
our
you
word.
go do that.
I do that.
And I will
do that.
tend to some housekeeping items.
You tend to some housekeeping
First
items.
off the bat, we have some exciting news that we talked a little bit about last week in episode 37. And we are, at See Here's the Thing, we are now involved with a podcast tournament.
What?
That's right. The podcast tournament is being sponsored by Blazing Caribou Studios, and it's called Podcast Madness. And so what's going to happen in the next few months, we are up against 64, well, a total of 64 podcasters and their own podcasts. And it's going to be kind of like March Madness. We're going to go up against another podcast during the first round, and we're going to be evaluated by 3 people who are going to be judging us on criteria like, the sound of the show, the overall sound quality. What is that? Oh, no. See, you're going to get us a low
sorry.
grade already.
Okay,
That's
all right,
just
sorry.
Patrick has a leak.
Sorry.
Right now. He's fine. He does that time and time again.
Hate when I leak.
It's a problem.
Go on.
They're going to judge us on if we accomplish our task at hand, what is our task?
Well, we are a pop culture.
That's true. Oh, good. At least you know.
I'm stuck. Pulp culture and
pulp culture.
Pulp culture.
Pop culture.
No, pulp.
Pop.
Pulp.
Pop.
No, we're not. We're not from New York.
I am.
That's right.
We are a pop culture podcast, and we cover the news events of the week. And then if we happen to have a special guest on who has a specific bent in the world of pop culture.
Wow.
You like that word?
Yeah.
We have them on to talk about their favorite things in pop culture. And if we have a movie review, we review the movie. If we have anything else to talk about, we do that too.
So the competition looks at that, whether
they
we
look
have
at that,
successfully
and
done
then
that.
they look at the je ne sais quoi of the podcast, the thing that makes them want to keep listening more. So we have to figure that out because we don't speak French. So
Go on.
we have to figure out what makes us us and what makes people want to keep listening to us
Can't wait to hear what
week
you're
after
saying
week.
next.
We ourselves have to figure that out too.
I know, right? Why do people listen to us?
We're not quite sure.
How do people listen to
My
us?
own mother doesn't listen.
Oh, she does too. No. Oh, no.
no.
We just had that conversation the other day where she was like, I want to listen to your podcast. Put
Yeah.
it on my phone.
Wanting to listen from my mother and actually accomplishing that task are
Judy,
two different things.
Judy, I believe in you.
That's not going to help.
I believe in you,
This
Judy.
is not like a Tinkerbell thing where you clap your hands and she figures technology out. If you clap your hands, you're actually going to distract her. So please don't clap your
something
hands.
shiny.
Big shiny object.
Yeah.
So we're at this tournament, and we couldn't be more thrilled and excited that we've been included. And we're going to be up against some really wonderful podcasts. We're facing a fellow by the name of CJ Ripka in the first round. And
Why don't you advertise his podcast?
It's encouraged. It is encouraged. Friendly fire is encouraged. They even said smack talk is encouraged.
Okay.
But I'm going to save
You're going
that.
down.
I'm going to save that for the possible later rounds when maybe it'll
okay.
get more heated. But
Okay, all right.
no, he's got a podcast called Raw and Real. And it's a business podcast, so if you are interested, take a look at it. That's who we're going to be facing during the first round.
Excellent.
And then after that, who knows?
Yeah,
who knows? Who knows? So
We are ranked 15th in our division.
that's not true.
Yeah, it is.
It's we're seeded 15th,
We're
but
seeded
there's no
15th.
real rank.
We
We're
are
not-
ranked 15th.
We're not truly. They were given out randomly, but we are number 15 in our mixer division.
Yes,
it's called the
thank you.
mixer division.
Yeah,
yes,
we're mixers. Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I mean, honestly, it's just kind of fun to be involved.
It's an honor
It's
to be
an
elected.
honor to be nominated,
It's
with
an
all
honor
the
to be
other
nominated.
nominees. That's
We'd
right.
like to thank the other nominees.
We have not prepared our acceptance speech yet.
Oh, speak for yourself.
Anyway, well, that's going to be a lot of fun. And we added something this week to our Facebook page, and that is we added an editor to the Facebook page, which is we're expanding our grasp on society. We've asked Dave Mitchell to come on board as a pop culture editor to contribute news stories to the Facebook page.
To be fair, Dave has been doing this for us.
Yeah, basically.
For a really... He keeps throwing things on our page under his name.
And it's usually really good, which
It's
is why we were
really
like,
good.
let's just do this. Let's
Yeah.
ask him on board.
Yeah.
So
now he will be doing it under the name of See Here's the Thing.
yeah, he's already been he's nailed several episodes. He's nailed several clips this week, and which we're going to talk about today in episode 38. So welcome to Dave.
Yay, Dave.
And Dave's also a sponsor of the podcast.
He is.
His theater All in Act is our sponsor on Patreon. If you'd like to sponsor us as well, you can go on to patreon.com/See Here's the Thing and donate to us monthly. Every donation starts at $1 and goes all the way up to $20.
If you want to donate 1,000, we will let you
listen,
do
we will
it.
create a category for you.
That's right.
We will send you cookies.
Okay, well, let's not promise things we can't deliver.
I can cook.
All right.
I like cooking. Before we go on, I have to mention that this fun contraption to my right, which has been going on.
Now, I want to explain. I'm sitting to the left. So let's clear that up.
It's fun to play with, and it emits smoke. Thanks, Patrick, for being here. No, this lovely little contraption to my right, if you happen to look at our YouTube page, is an aromatherapy diffuser.
Okay.
And I'm stroking it
Don't
right
do
now.
that. Don't do that.
It's changing
a
color.
Whole different podcast.
It's from a company called Cintus, and they actually reached out to us to see if we would review the product, which will be on our YouTube page this week. But I just want to give a shout out to Cintus. Thank you very much for letting us try your product. It's beautiful. It's changing color and emitting a lovely lavender scent for this entire episode. So if we see more, I was going to say, if we see more relaxed than normal, but
Well, maybe that's why the cold opening was the way it was.
it's effective. The product works.
Hey, everybody.
Good job,
Episode
Cintus.
38.
So yeah, it's lovely. It's so lightweight, and I love it. It really does diffuse the scent very well into the room. I will say that. I have 2 of these now. My goal is to get one for every room, and then to teach you how to talk to Alexa.
No, there you go. That's what we need.
This just disclosure. This has nothing to do with Alexa. I'm just going to teach it.
That's right. That's right.
It's going to learn.
That's right.
So you ready? Are you set?
Haven't we been doing this? Did we start already?
I think we're ready to go. You want to talk about some news clips?
Oh, I do.
Okay.
Well, before you do.
Oh, well, see, this is why I said, are you ready? You said yes. So apparently you weren't.
Because I'm always ready. I just don't know what you're saying. Or are you ready for?
Are you ready for this?
No.
Well,
No.
what do you want to talk about?
Well, we have to give our word.
Oh,
Our
it's your
dictionary
fun
word.
little game.
Oh, you are the worst.
Sorry, that sounded condescending.
It sure did.
That sounded condescending.
Sure
Go
did.
on, Patrick. What is your word of the day?
Gosh, I love you.
Oh, I love you so much. So happy we're getting
The
married.
word of the day will be extreme.
Beyonce.
Extreme.
Extreme.
Extreme is our word, which means at some point in the podcast, we are going to try to sneak that word in logically.
It's getting warm.
Not sure what's happening. She's getting extreme over there.
You said
Doesn't
extreme.
count.
Nope, doesn't count.
But we will try to work in the word extreme, see if you catch it, see if one of us can slip it through without the other one noticing.
And now the new rule is if one of us says it, we're not to point it out. Correct? We're not to say like, look, I said it.
No. I think it's fine. If it goes past, I think we can say it.
Okay.
I think we can say it.
Any reason why you chose the word extreme?
It was the first one that came up in the random word generator.
Okay. So you're not even thinking of these yourself.
I thought of it after it showed up on my phone. I went, ooh, that's a good word.
Okay.
So extreme.
Extreme. All
Find
right.
a way to work it in. Don't ask questions. You know what?
What?
I'm ready.
Thank you for clarifying.
Now I'm ready.
Now we can go.
And
boom.
Boom.
Goes the dynamite.
Okay.
Okay. First up, we have a really cool news clip straight out of London. Not that London sent it to me. I just found it on the internet. But at the Harry Potter London exhibit.
All right. Now you have to explain to me what this is because I know Harry Potter World.
Yes, you do.
In Orlando, Universal Studios.
So this is.
And there's also a Harry Potter World somewhere else.
In Hollywood.
In Hollywood.
Yes, which just opened this year.
And there's also a Harry Potter in London.
This is a studio tour.
Okay. So the studio they filmed.
Yes, correct. So I have friends that have been to this already.
Or a friend.
Friends. I know people that have been there.
One.
Don't you tell me what I know. Don't you tell me what I think I know. They've been there, and it includes things like the Great Hall, set pieces, replicas, mini models of Hogwarts.
The original Dumbledore who's still frozen in ice.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm sorry.
That's terrible. Which one? There's been a few. Is it Michael Gambon, or is it Richard Harris?
Yes.
Anyway... They're now adding more cryogenic creatures. No, they're expanding their exhibit with the Forbidden Forest.
Ooh, which means spiders.
That's true. You are very right.
Spiders.
Yes. Now, this was a rumor I heard that was applicable to the Orlando attraction. Someone said a few years ago they were going to make a Forbidden Forest at the Orlando theme park.
Okay.
Not happening. No. But it is going to be opening on March 31st, 2017 in London at the studio tour. So they have replicated something like 20 trees with a diameter of over 12 feet each. You're going to get to see one of Hagrid's original costumes. You're going to see a full-scale model of Buckbeak. You're going to see Aragog. And you're going to see a lot of different things. Apparently, you can manipulate the weather when you're in the Forbidden Forest. That's what it says.
With your special wand.
With apparently the wand that's only going to cost you $69.99 plus tax. That's right. I mean, I would love to go there. I just had a friend that got a chance to see The Cursed Child in London, and he said it was one of the best theatrical experiences of its entire life. And this is someone that works in theater, that does PR for theater.
Hey, Dom.
Hi, Dom. Hi, Everyday Broadway. And he said that it was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
I mean, think what you want about the book and the script itself, whatever. But he said the show itself is amazing. And it's coming to America.
And the show is based off of which book?
It was based off the summer release of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
Oh, okay.
Which, again, it was a story idea by J.K. Rowling. She didn't actually write it. It was written by somebody else.
She's the worst.
But kind of came under some fire because I read it and I was kind of in the middle. I wasn't sure if I liked it or didn't like it. I'm still kind of in the middle.
Does it still tap into the Harry Potter world?
Oh, heck yes.
It's all
about their children.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, Patrick, do you want to tell us the plot line of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child?
Yeah, actually.
Because you're such a big reader?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Harry Potter and the Cursed
Yes.
Child. It starts off with a shot of Ron and Hermione, who have not made it.
Have not made what? A baby?
They have not made it in life.
They're on the outs.
Oh, they're on the outs.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a Splitsville.
Yes.
And the other twin has died.
The other
Ron's
twin?
Ron's
Well,
twin
that
brother
happened
died.
in the other movie.
The other twin, though. The
Oh,
second
he died
twin.
too.
Yeah, he
Okay.
died, yeah.
God, this is sad so
It's
far.
a very, very dark
Okay.
open.
What's the driving plot line of this movie?
Well, of
This
course, Harry has a cursed child because he and Hermione have a little wah-wah. And
What was that again?
they have a little wah-wah.
All right.
Yeah, you wah-wah, the best part.
Go on.
They yada, yada, yada. And they had a little baby, which, of course, was cursed because they really shouldn't have done what they'd done.
So what was the curse?
The curse was that this child
Yes.
didn't know how to speak in a British accent.
Oh, no.
Horribly, horribly
That's
cursed.
why he's cursed.
Yeah, that's why he's cursed.
What accent does he speak in?
Southern. Completely Southern.
Like American Southern?
Like American
or
Southern
like Southern
drawl.
French. They got to be specific.
No. American Southern.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and it's real confusing.
Which is odd, because aren't they...
And the child, not only that, but speaks very slow and loves President Trump.
Oh, wow, that took a turn. This took a turn. Do we see President Trump in this?
No, of course not. That'd be silly.
Oh, of course. I mean, why would we even think that when the kid has a Southern accent? Does he like grits?
He no, because that would be no. He doesn't like grits, but he does like the Confederate flag.
Is he like okay? We're getting a little extreme here,
Okay,
but
yeah. Well, that's the curse. He's extreme.
I used it.
Oh,
and you used it right after.
I
You
didn't
didn't even
even
hear
know
me.
it.
Ha! Give me a sound effect.
All right.
Oh boy, well that was quick.
Yeah, thank you.
Like never mind.
What? What was that?
I'm just saying it was mentioned and it was brought up rather quickly and it died.
Enjoyable.
And enjoyed it, but you didn't even notice.
Anyway, so it's a horrible, horrible story, but it ends happy.
Okay, what's the ending of this cursed child?
I can't give it away.
Well, okay. Let's just say that some people out there don't read.
Okay, all right.
And aren't going to be able to make it to this new production.
All right. In the end, of course, Ron and Hermione, they patch up, and then Hermione never really tells Ron that the baby's not his.
Oh.
And so
but this wasn't the baby that they're focusing on. The baby was Harry's.
But they don't know that. Ron doesn't know that it's Harry's. Because Hermione and...
Wait a minute. So Ginny and Harry never had the cursed child?
Ginny and Harry? No, it was Hermione and Harry.
Tell me what Voldemort's doing in this play.
He does a really awesome soft shoe, 11 o'clock number, where he dances and sings, and the entire number is called "Where Is My Nose."
Does he find it?
No, that's the best part. He never finds his nose, but it's a great soft shoe. The guy can dance like you can't believe.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, what's good old Richard Harris doing?
Richard Harris, he's on ice.
Oh, it's a skating show. He does a pas de deux with Michael Gambon.
And that is why it's such a magical show, because it actually looks like he's ice skating on the stage.
But he's not. They're
But
just
he's not.
dragging around a block of ice.
Just dragging across a potty. Yes.
Oh, well, this has been another episode of
This is the last episode
We're
of
going to talk the whole episode about a fake Harry Potter plot. That's our whole episode today.
Well, I can keep going, but I won't.
I think we should save this for a future episode.
Okay, fine.
I think we need to write. I mean, there's already been knockoff Harry Potter musicals on YouTube that are much better than ours.
Dumbledore.
No, that's a Potter Puppet Pals.
Sorry. Okay.
What kind of news clip do you want second, Patrick?
Oh, my choice, dealer choice.
Yeah, you go for it. What do you want to talk about?
Let's see. Let's jump to. I'm looking at the rest of these, and actually, I'm going to bring something up I know nothing about because you've written it down here, and I'm curious. The Deadpool / Wolverine crossover.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
What in the world is that?
Well, you know that people for a long time since Deadpool came out have been saying how awesome would it be to have a Deadpool Wolverine crossover movie.
I did not know people were saying that.
Now, in the movie, if you recall, they make several in-jokes to how the studio couldn't afford Deadpool because they made X-Men again. And then at the very end of the movie, when he takes his mask off, he has a magazine print of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine on his face, stapled to his face. So there's many jokes that are already in the movie. So the natural talk went to, when are they going to get a movie together? Because these are two great characters we love. And there's been a lot of talk over the past few weeks about the possibility of that. And some of the production staff have been saying how Ryan Reynolds is a really good friend of Hugh Jackman's, and they would never say never. But Hugh Jackman is basically this is his last film with Logan. This is going to be his last outing as Wolverine.
He's getting a little old, a little long in the tooth.
Well, and somebody asked in this article on MovieWeb, I'm just letting it go.
Just me. All right.
They said, "What's the possibility of a Deadpool cameo in Logan?" And the response basically was, "That's really unlikely because of the tone of Logan." Now, Logan, if you've seen the trailer, it's very dark, very gritty.
Yeah.
So they're basically saying, "No way, this is not going to work in this movie." Now that could be throwing us all off, but so what do you think of this idea? Are you on board?
Of a mashup movie?
Yeah.
Actually, I was hoping you would give me the plot of a crossover movie between Deadpool and Wolverine. What would the plot entail there, Miss Samatuzo?
Yes, Deadpool and Wolverine have found each other at a bar one night, and Wolverine gets to drinking, like he do, and then Deadpool gets to drinking, like he do, and Wolverine just starts telling the story about this beggar who stole a loaf of bread. And starts singing about it.
Yeah.
And he's like, crazy, odd fact in this story.
Yeah.
What's his nuts from Gladiator comes in. Starts singing. Russell Crowe. Just starts singing away about how he wants to catch this guy with the bread. And, and so Deadpool and Wolverine start talking about how maybe they could put this. They could make this into a musical.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe even on ice.
Oh, sure.
See if Richard Harris is available. And
he's busy. He's
so Deadpool and Wolverine decide to put this show about it. They actually call it the Miserable Ones.
That's
English.
the crossover. So is it a comedy? Are there a lot of comedy elements? Does Deadpool get the comedy flair in there?
Yes. In fact, while they're writing this musical ice skating adventure called The Miserable Ones, they decide to throw in a little slapstick.
Which is tough because Wolverine is not so good with the slapping.
Right. So, I mean, he'd like to do it, but obviously there's been some
Blood.
problems with killing extras during the process. They ask Anne Hathaway to come in to do some slapstick because people just want to hit her. Yeah.
Okay.
People would really like to slap her around. And then in the end, they all die.
Who?
All of the cast.
Wow, that seems depressing. That
well,
seems
yeah, because the moral of
dark.
the story is you shouldn't steal bread and sing about it.
Yeah, well,
the end.
That's a good story.
That is Deadpool.
Yeah,
and Wolverine.
Yeah, all right. So do the other people from the Wolverine platform? Do they come in? Are they part of it?
Yes, the best part of the film is obviously towards the latter half of the movie when Professor X comes on the ice.
In his chair?
In his wheelchair, and really tries to do his own number, but
does he pat it away?
No, I mean, because think about it, wheelchair on ice, you can't really move. You're just kind of spinning.
That's why I was hoping he would have some cool moves.
He actually has somebody else ice skate for him. So while he sings.
He's a body double.
Yes, he has a body double.
Right. Mm-hmm. So it'd be like a flashback to when he had legs.
Actually, someone is dressed up as a wheelchair, and they are a skating wheelchair.
I think that's disrespectful on so many levels, but okay.
Turns out it's actually Mystique.
Okay. Oh.
Who can turn into a wheelchair.
All right.
Yes.
All right. And then how about that big, that iron guy from Deadpool?
Oh, God. I can't think of his name. He has...
He would not be good on the ice.
No, actually, they tried that in the first draft, but he ended up breaking a hole through and just everybody fell in the water, and it wasn't good news. So they got rid of him, and they had the Negasonic Warhead figure come in from Deadpool, and she blew up 3 stadiums, so they couldn't do that. So
well,
that was scratched.
The more you talk about it, I think you're sold, really into it.
This whole episode has been fictional plot lines for projects that will never ever be made.
No, but they're fun to think about.
Yeah. So getting back to Deadpool and Wolverine, I have a quote here from one of the writers of.
I'm sorry. I did forget to ask one last question.
What's that?
What is the Stan Lee cameo?
Oh, well, oddly enough, he's been a ticket taker the whole time in the ice skating rink.
There's tickets for the ice skating rink?
Yeah, this is an ice skating event, Patrick. Stay with me.
All right.
He's been taking tickets the whole time, and you didn't even know it was Stan Lee.
Of course, you never do. Right.
They're trying to sneak it in a little bit more subtly this time. Anyway, one of the writers of Deadpool was musing with this idea, and he said, "We've come a long way from 2009 when we couldn't get the movie off the ground. And to have this team up, meaning the Deadpool Wolverine, it would be amazing to have Hugh resurrect Wolverine in the Deadpool universe. And again, Ryan's making a hard push to make that happen. And hopefully the public gets behind it and we can all convince Hugh to put the claws on one more time.
Yeah. That would be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah. So he did go on to say, though, if you're looking at a Deadpool 2, if you're looking at X-Force, if you're looking at a Deadpool 3, there's not necessarily room for another team-up movie. I think it does create real scheduling and universe issues and something that could be ironed out, but it would need to be ironed out. Yeah. I don't think any of us operated under the assumption that it would even be possible to do a Deadpool Wolverine thing, so we just haven't planned for it. It's still not in the plan, but if it were to happen, it would require a hard look at the overall architecture of our storylines. That's. I mean, look at us this summer watching X-Men Apocalypse and like going, how does this fit into the rest of the... We have to go back.
It's like city planning.
It's like in Lost. We have to go back.
It's like city planning. You have to like map out... It's like trying to fit in extra stories into Star Wars and making sure they don't mess up the storyline or the arc or anything like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff.
Very.
I have something else that's interesting. I know that you're going to love this because it's been like a 3-episode arc for us.
Okay.
You're going to be so stoked.
Okay. I think the word of the day should have been arc, but okay, go ahead.
Guess what released a new poster today? It's a movie.
A new poster. Okay. It's probably another one with a cat, and it says, like, hang in there.
Believe.
That's what it was. Believe.
No, it's a movie.
Oh, okay.
It's a movie. So a new movie on the way revealed another poster.
Okay, I don't know.
Power Rangers. I know you're excited. Contain your excitement.
Okay.
Patrick's off his chair right now.
Bull.
And the new poster, which we talked about this last week. I'm going to see if you were taking notes.
What?
We talked about the Zords. Remember the Zords?
Yeah, I remember the Zords.
And so
they're all animals that they all join together to make one big guy.
We should just call it a day. You have exhausted your brain power.
Woo!
They released a poster with the new Zords, and so I just wanted you to take a quick look at it.
Oh, okay.
Here he goes.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of like cat-like features.
They're very sleek. They look like they've been on the 21-day fix. They look very sleek.
Yeah.
As do the new costumes, which we've already seen. We've seen those since the summertime, but this is our like first official look at the Zords. It's kind of hard to tell from the picture what they are.
They look like cats.
The one absolutely does. The other one's kind of vague. But I had a question for you, Patrick, about all this.
Oh, don't ask me more questions. Haven't we done enough of that?
I have hypothetical questions all day for you.
Oh, my gosh.
You know little to nothing about the Zords, nor what they were.
I think the second part of that was better. I know nothing about.
You know nothing about the Zords.
Nothing.
If you had to pick animals for these Zords, what would you pick? And what would their powers be?
Oh, didn't we do this last week?
No, you were describing the Rainbow Ranger.
Yes.
That was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know.
And he had a unicorn.
Yeah, right. The unicorn that made rainbows that they could travel on.
What would the Pink Ranger have?
Oh heavens! The pink, a cobra.
Really?
Sure.
Is it a feminine cobra?
Yes, with a lisp. No, it's a male cobra with a lisp. Hello.
I'm a snake.
I'm a snake.
I'm a slithers. So she's got a cobra.
The pink one's definitely got a cobra.
Okay, how about the Yellow Ranger?
A snow leopard.
A snow leopard? Was it yellow?
A yellow snow leopard.
That doesn't make sense.
Yellow snow is not good.
Oh, so it only blends in certain
That's right.
Places like New York City.
That's right.
Where there'd be yellow snow. Well, that's useful if you need a Zord. Why not New York City? How about the Blue Ranger?
Blue Ranger the animal for the Blue Ranger would be a Eeyore, like a donkey.
A donkey?
Eeyore, a doughty donkey, yeah.
A doughty. Yeah. That's a good word.
Oh dear.
What is the donkey's power?
Low self-esteem. It's a little...
2 minutes in talking to it, you're like, I gotta go kill myself. I'm sorry.
No, 2 minutes into talking to it, you think I am way better than this guy.
It's actually inspirational.
My God, I'm awesome. It's like when you watch when they put all that stuff in your house when you store things in your
Hoarders?
house. Oh yeah, when you watch Hoarders and you go, boy, my house is neat.
You actually feel bad about it. So all the enemies that come up against this blue donkey, like, just turn around and go, oh no, I'm not dealing with that today.
No, I have
it's
no
It's like that one friend of yours that is always negative. You just have to avoid.
I don't know what you're talking about. We don't have anybody like that.
Because we turn around and go, We use our blue Zords power. Well, this is fascinating, Patrick.
All right,
I think
right.
you should.
Is that it? Is that the last of them, please?
For now.
Okay,
there's more.
Okay, good.
There's more. There's the red and the black and.
Well, give me time. I need to think about that.
Okay. We'll get your ideas together. What do you want to talk about next?
I'm curious about your Freddy Krueger document there.
Aha. So this has been a little bait and switch on the internet this week. I've seen a lot of clickbait talking about this documentary with the headline, Robert Englund is coming back as Freddy Krueger. Very deceptive. Now, yes, this is true. He sort of is coming back as Freddy Krueger, but it's not in a horror film. It's actually in a documentary. And in this documentary, it's called Nightmares in the Makeup Chair, a new documentary.
That's cool. I'd watch that.
And the true headline is Robert Englund is back in the Freddy makeup, not as Freddy.
All right.
And it's going to showcase Englund as the show's namesake, getting the full Freddy treatment. And he went on to say, Robert Englund says, it's my love letter to the Nightmare on Elm Street series and to practical makeup. I've always been in awe of the multi-talented makeup effects artists. From sketching to sculpting, they realize the design. Then to the fine precision of the molding and the manufacturing of the makeup appliances, which are nearly paper thin. And he just goes on to say, like, what happens when he sits in the chair. But you can see there's some pictures here of him in the makeup chair, just kind of having everything applied. And
the stories
awesome.
From these the people that have gone on into makeup. You know, when Mystique, what's her name, Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh yeah.
When the first time she put on the makeup, actually it wasn't her. It was Stamos, wasn't it?
Rebecca Romaine. Yeah.
When she first put on the makeup, it was like
the movie that started it off first. It was the
Here's
name.
a little bit
I
from
heard
it.
it all around the schoolyard. Freddy Krueger.
I had to cut you off.
I didn't realize I was talking. Okay, well, that was...
Hi, I'm Robert Englund, and join me as I get back in the Freddy Krueger makeup in the new documentary, Nightmares in the Makeup Chair. You'll enter the makeup room and get to see the entire process.
It's pretty interesting.
As special effects makeup legend Robert Kurtzman puts the glue on me once again.
Oh, boy.
Robert.
Yeah, so
glue is sexy.
The Mystique, the first time that she donned the costume, it was like 4 or 5 hours in the makeup chair. And then Jennifer Lawrence was just saying the last one that she filmed, they green screened her and they put dots on her and she didn't have to go into the makeup. So there's a lot of horror stories out there about makeup.
Oh yeah,
makeup
you could have another documentary on all of the actors that have ever worn some sort of prosthesis or makeup, like Jim Carrey or Tim Allen from Santa Claus,
or famously Betty Epson, who was supposed to play the Tin Man.
Oh, that's right,
and had a very bad allergic reaction to the green paint or the tin paint, the silver paint.
Yeah,
because it had mercury in it or something
like that. Yeah,
and lost the part because of his bad reaction to it.
He should have been tougher.
Right? Well, he went on to
find some. He
found some oil and he was okay.
So yeah, so this looks awesome. I'm super fascinated by this kind of stuff. And just made me think of the documentary. It wasn't really a documentary. It was kind of a behind-the-scenes featurette on the Santa Claus, talking about Tim Allen having to wear the prosthetics, and how at one point in the one scene where he's already Santa Claus and he's running on the treadmill, it was like pulling on his shoulders and like ripping his skin. And
the look that he kept giving the doctor to turn the machine off was legit.
Yeah, he wanted it off. But I think I'm actually surprised that, given where makeup is nowadays in film, that they didn't go that route in Beauty and the Beast with the Beast. They made him CGI instead. I'm surprised.
I'm not. I mean, think about the process of getting that makeup on and off.
I know.
CGI is way cheaper.
I would rather have seen that. I would rather have seen that
time-wise
than CGI.
It's cheaper. I guess I should say time-wise it's
just
cheaper.
My 2 cents on that one.
Yeah, well, nobody cares.
I care. Everybody cares.
Everybody cares.
What do you want to talk about next?
No. Your turn. What do you want to talk about?
Thank you so much, Patrick. I'm going to go to a hot topic this week.
It's a hot mess.
And this is something that I'm intrigued by, and I actually heard it first on the Jock and Nerd podcast maybe 2 weeks ago. And they were talking about the state of affairs with the Ben Affleck movie, The Batman.
Oh, sure.
And they were saying how they had heard through the grapevine that things weren't going so well with the Batman and Wonder Woman. And they said that this is from a source that's kind of reputable and knows what they're talking about, because apparently the same source said something about Batman versus Superman, said that it was not going to be good. Turned out it wasn't good. So same person saying that Wonder Woman and the Batman Wonder Woman and Justice League are not looking good. Not looking good at all. So then springboarding off this clip, we find out this week that Ben Affleck is no longer directing the Batman.
Yeah, no, I had talked to somebody this week who said to me, "Oh, did you hear the news that Ben Affleck's no longer going to be Batman?" And I said,
I heard that rumor too.
And I said, no, that's not the case. He actually backed off of being the director. He wants to just be Batman and not direct it.
Which, okay, like we've been there where we've been in shows. I've been in shows where I've had to vocal direct and be in it, and it's tough. It's tough to wear two hats and to give enough to your character. So, like,
and I've also been directed by somebody who wanted to be in the show, and when they have to split their time, they can't give you what you need, and it's almost impossible. It's very difficult.
They're saying that the decision was mostly Ben's, not entirely Warner Brothers. That's what the sources closest to the project are saying.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Then I heard, along with that it got a rewrite. The whole script got a rewrite.
And we hear that a lot nowadays.
Happened with Rogue One.
Yeah. It happened with number 8, too.
Yeah. Well, it's going to have to.
Rogue One and number 7, I meant. Not number 8, number
That's
7.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I had heard a step further. Like I heard what you said. I had heard that he was going to step down from the whole project.
Yeah. I haven't found that. Well. I haven't found that anywhere. I did read that he was no longer going to direct. Here's
Ben Affleck's statement. There are certain characters who hold a special place in the hearts of millions. Performing this role demands focus, passion, and the very best performance I can give. It has become clear that I cannot do both jobs to the level they require. Together with the studio, I have decided to find a partner in a director who will collaborate with me on this massive film. I am still in this, and we are making it, but we are currently looking for a director. I remain extremely committed to this project and look forward to bringing this to life for fans around the world. Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, Ben. Actually, I have to say, I thought he was one of the shining lights of Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah, I guess if we're going to say there were
We're not going to get back into that. We're not going to get back into that. Yeah, no. But, I mean, I do look forward to seeing what else he can do with the character.
Yeah. He didn't disappoint me. I think we talked about that. He didn't disappoint me.
His little small turn in Suicide Squad was appreciated because that was another film that suffered. So, yeah, I'm anxious because now I've been hearing stuff. I've been listening to stuff. And
I hear things.
The Wonder Woman trailer looked awesome, but now I'm hearing bad things about that too, which is sad because it looks awesome.
Yeah, she looks awesome.
It was such a well-cut trailer. Oh, she looks awesome. Well, I have to agree with you on that one.
Yeah, she does.
She's pretty babelicious.
Yeah.
She's extremely.
I got you.
Babelicious.
Got you, extremely.
I got the word back in.
No, I'm still waiting on mine.
You got your word in.
No, that doesn't count.
It doesn't count because I said it like 5 seconds before you did.
Yeah. Well, no, it doesn't count because I didn't know I was saying it.
Yeah.
I'm going to work it in. Don't worry.
Well, hey, we're going to take a little break.
No, why? We were on a roll.
I know, but we need to take a little break.
All right.
When we come back, we've got some more news clips from the week for you, including news about Beyoncé, Saturday Night Live, and Snagglepuss.
The 1958 cartoon.
Snagglepuss. We have some interesting information about this beloved character when we come back.
Hey, Kate.
Hey, Patrick.
What's going on?
Nothing.
You know what I like?
What do you like?
I like theater.
Me too.
Do you know Erie's got some great theaters?
It does?
Yeah, including Almanac.
What's Almanac Theater?
Almanac Theater is the brainchild of David Mitchell and Larry Lewis.
Tell me more.
Well, they do wonderful productions, very affordable.
Tell me more.
They are performing Agatha Christie's Spiderweb.
Ooh.
Which they will also be contributing to the Gannon Fringe Festival in 2017.
Uh-huh.
The Middle Ages by A.R. Gurney. Mm-hmm. And Lend Me a Tenor by my good friend, Ken Ludwig.
I'm always out of tenors. So, Patrick, where can I find Almanac Theater?
Well, if you've got a computer and you can go to allanact.net.
I think you mean all an act.
Oh, Allanact. I thought it was Allen Act.
Maybe it is Alan's act. But no, it's all an act.
www.allanact.net or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter.
They're located at 652 West 17th Street in Erie, Pennsylvania. They are the best entertainment value in this community since 2004. They feature comedies, dramas, mysteries, farces, quality theater at an affordable price. Theater lives here.
$1 from every admission benefits community shelter services and Erie's homeless.
Please visit allanact.net to support the companies that support us.
And we're back. Did you like that? I'm just trying a new approach today. It's a lavender.
I think the lavender's got
It's a lavender. It's just in my nose. It's wafting in.
It's actually very strong.
I like it. I love lavender. I love lamp.
It's very strong.
I love lamp. Getting back to our news clips.
Very strong.
Do you know who's having twins?
Yes, I do.
Who is that?
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Dan DeVito.
That's not incorrect. That's not incorrect.
They were twins.
Who's having twins that was announced this week in a very dramatic photo shoot?
Lady Gaga.
Nope.
Nope.
She's performing tonight for the Super Bowl.
That's where I heard her name.
Yeah.
And let's see, who's having twins? I'm going to guess Beyoncé.
You would be correct. Lady Bay announced this week in a very, very dramatic fashion that she is pregnant with twins, which sent the internet on fire.
I couldn't care less.
I know. This is not your wheelhouse. You really, truly do not care about celebrity
It's not that
news.
I don't like her. I like her music. I like her. I don't care.
No, and to be fair, if this had been anybody else, if it had been Lady Gaga, if it had been...
I still wouldn't care.
Who knows? Kanye West being pregnant with twins. You still wouldn't care. Even if he could conceive, you wouldn't care.
He can, but
you truly don't care about celebrity news.
Don't care.
Everybody else does. They're very much caring. I'm eager to... Well, there's already been celebrities that have parodied the birth announcement.
So here's my question for you.
Yes.
Kate. You have Beyonce and you have Jay-Z.
Yes.
And you've already named a child Blue Ivy.
Yeah.
What do you name your two twins?
Well, that's actually... I had the same question for you.
Nope. I'm throwing it at you.
I have a strategy for this.
Okay.
So obviously their first child is Blue Ivy.
Blue Ivy.
So you need color.
Okay.
And a plant.
Okay. I like where you're going.
So red fern.
Red fern, yeah. And then?
Purple.
Well, hang on. If you go with blue ivy and red fern, you're kind of like primary colors.
So you want me to go with yellow?
Yeah, I think yellow.
Oh, okay.
Yellow orchid?
No, that's too obvious.
Okay.
What's the yellow arborvitae? Yellow arborvitae.
Yellow Venus flytrap.
Yellow Venus flytrap. That's too many names. I think it's like it's a two-name deal.
Okay, all right.
Arborvitae's two names. Salmon. I don't really know many plants, apparently.
Yeah, about that.
I just realized that. I'm making this stuff up. Oh, what other plants are there?
What have you said?
Arborvitae.
Arborvitae. Did you say fern?
Fern.
Yeah.
Shrub. Salmon shrub.
Salmon shrub.
Good old salmon shrub and blue ivy.
Oh, those poor kids.
What's your choice?
I don't know. I don't know plants very well.
Mauve.
Let me think. A cactus. There's
mauve
cactus. There's cactus.
Good old mauve.
Mauve.
Mauve cactus.
Mauve. Yeah, good old mauve.
Oh,
yeah,
poor kid.
So I don't know.
Blue ivy.
I'll tell you what. The whatever names they will choose,
we'll talk about it on episode 75.
No doubt they'll be extreme.
They will always be. They have to be.
Yeah.
Because they have to be controversial. So people
Peyton
keep talking about them.
Peyton caught it.
Did you say extreme?
I did.
Shit. There I was. Look. This is what happens when people have babies and they're celebrities. Like, just get all caught up in it. Did you see the picture of her photo shoot?
I did.
I think we should recreate it with you in the veil.
I don't think so.
Yep.
I don't think so.
I think
ain't nobody want to see that.
We'll go in our backyard when the flowers are out, and we'll just put you in front of the lavender.
Oh, good. So I have another 6 months to get in shape.
Yep. Well, no. I mean, it's a pregnancy shoot, so no. Just go for it.
Oh dear.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
I've hurt your feelings.
Oh heavens, no.
You okay? You gave me a look.
I gave you a look because my daughters are giving me hand signals that they're hungry.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I can't help that.
No.
Let's talk about something else.
A lot of hand signals.
I know.
Going on
I got something that you want to talk about.
Some other hand signals. I'm not sure what they are. Go on. What's that?
You want to talk about Game of Thrones?
Oh my gosh, I do.
Go for it.
Okay. Well, you know how I feel about spoilers.
You hate them.
I'm not a big fan of spoilers.
I got such a bad stare a few weeks ago when I mentioned a very obvious spoiler in Rogue One. You were like murder eyes.
Yeah,
on
I didn't
me.
like that at all.
I'm so sorry.
I don't.
I'm still sorry.
I read an article this week about the spoilers that are coming out for the next season, which I think is season 7.
Who knows?
First thing I'll tell you is that the producers of Game of Thrones made a big oopsie last week or 2 weeks ago. They posted in IMDb the start of season 7, which is June 25th.
Okay.
They posted in IMDb on one day, and the next day it was gone.
They just posted the date?
They posted a date for the first episode.
Okay, why is that such a bad thing?
Well, because it's a well-kept secret is when exactly that's going to be released.
Is it? I mean, we can kind of figure the formula out. Although, this is a late start.
Yeah, it's all messed up this year. And the reason it's messed up is because they wanted the colder weather to shoot the weather scenes. So, earlier this week, they finished wrapping the entire season. They shot the very last episode, and the cast members are taking to social media to talk about the amazing things that they're doing.
Let me guess.
Go on.
Maisie Williams is one of them.
She's
Williams always on talking about it.
Is talking up a storm, and she's actually saying things she probably shouldn't say. But here's what I'll tell you: this cast has been known for red herrings.
Sure.
Known for red herrings.
Yeah, look at Jon Snow.
For red herrings. So you know the things that she came out and said, you take with a grain of salt because she could totally be playing it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to repeat them because I don't want to get into
Where can people find the article if they're interested?
Oh, heavens. If I can pull it up again, we'll
put it in our show notes.
I'll look.
Yeah.
It was a very interesting article. They talk about the rumors. You know, when they go to these towns and they shoot these scenes, the townsfolk see people together. Mm-hmm. So one of the big hoo-has was that Jon Snow and hoo-has. One of the big thing was that Jon Snow and Daenerys were seen in the same town filming.
That was something that was actually a photo that was released a while back. So that's not new.
Again, could be a red herring because the producers are very, very knowledgeable of that stuff.
Yeah.
Could be a red herring. But we all know that's where the storyline's going anyway.
They gotta meet.
And then who else? There was a couple other characters that were seen together that were very interesting. Sansa and... not Sansa. Who's the bad Baratheon? What's her name?
Richard Harris.
No, what's her name?
The bad Baratheon.
The mother of...
Cersei.
Cersei and Greyjoy. the crazy
bad one.
the bad
Euron.
Greyjoy. Euron Greyjoy. Those
not Euros to be confused with Sherlock.
Correct.
Because that's gonna screw up my mind. Yeah.
Anyway, those two have been rumored to be together shooting scenes. Maybe a collaboration together. But again, there's so many red herrings you just don't know. But if I can find that article again, we'll post it. If you want to see it, we'll put the headline that there's spoilers.
It's so weird because I am so into Game of Thrones when it's out, but I feel like the past few months when the season ended. It just I haven't heard a lot about it.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
But
because it makes it when it comes out to be very exciting. Because otherwise, if you talk about it all year round, then I get tired of it.
I don't.
Just like Zach.
I don't get tired of it.
Who accuses us of mentioning it all the time? Zach, wasn't it?
Zach, yeah. Zach said our big three were Hamilton, Game of Thrones, and then Pokemon for a while. But everybody liked Pokemon for a while, and then it kind of died off, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Here's something that you found a little interesting when I told you about it in the show notes. You know Snagglepuss?
Yeah, we teased this before we went to the last break.
So the beloved pink mountain lion.
1958 cartoon by
DC.
Is it
DC, Hanna-Barbera line of comics.
Yeah. Okay.
DC's Hanna-Barbera line of comics. Now, they are confirming something.
But those of you who don't know, Snagglepuss was the exit stage right even.
Oh, that's where you got that from?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's Snagglepuss. Exit stage right.
Well, as in the fashion of J.K. Rowling dropping spoilers after the point, DC has come out this week to say that Snagglepuss has also come out this week.
Why?
Snagglepuss is gay.
Why? What is the point?
To be more specific, he is being portrayed as a gay Southern Gothic playwright.
But here's my question. That cartoon has not been around I watched it growing up in the 80s and 70s and 80s, but I haven't seen or heard that cartoon in 20, 30 years.
I don't know, but apparently people online are kind of going, duh. He was already pretty out there.
Do you have clips of him by chance? Can we
I
hear
don't, but I have some tweets from people, and this one person said, wasn't he basically that already?
Yeah.
This one said, Snagglepuss is and always was exceptionally gay. He was there paving the way for non-humiliating characters to walk freely. He did the work.
Okay.
Thanks, Snagglepuss.
Okay, so Snagglepuss, exit stage right even. Now, David Mitchell will have something to say about that, I'm sure, because I know he watched it.
I'm reading more about this. This is just a little the end of this article on Heat Street says the reason this didn't happen this time is probably just because no one is shocked. What would be shocking is if in the next Flintstones comic, Fred and Barney came out as gay.
Oh, now that would be news.
Something more than $3 million in federal research grants have gone toward proving. Oh boy!
Yeah, hang on a second. Let me see if I can pull this up right here for you.
You getting some Snaggletooth for me?
Here, see if it comes across.
Here he comes.
Oh, what a joyful day to frolic and play.
Oh,
what
boy.
do you say to that? What do you say to that? I was captured in Cambodia while cavorting with a Cambodian. Anything you need. Name it. Heavens to Murgatroyd.
That's where you get Murgatroyd.
Immensatively.
Yeah,
He's in the next room.
I'm waiting for the exit.
Wonderful. I'll just snag him with his tea strainer.
Hang on.
I'm hanging.
Go. Unlock the door and make me free. The kid has class.
Hang on.
Finesse. Recognizes.
Come on, he's got
Patrick theme.
What do you say to that? What do you say to that?
All right.
Come out.
All right.
He came out.
Wherever you
He came out.
Baby-o.
Say it.
Wherefore art thou, baby?
What are
Say
you
it.
looking for him to say?
Second, to exit stage right.
There it is.
Oh.
Exit stage right. That's what I was waiting on.
I see now.
right,
Well, I
stop.
feel like my mind is blown. Patrick says so many of these things on a daily basis that I feel like I don't know you
Heavens
anymore.
to Murgatroyd.
Yeah, and you're pretty good at that voice. Might I say?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna start saying some things now.
There you go.
Well,
Anyway.
well, there you go. Now you know.
Yeah.
Now you know. I've got 2 more news clips for you this
Okay.
week that are pretty interesting and entertaining. The next one, it has to do with a theater news clip, and that is The Devil Wears Prada is becoming a musical. Not only that, the music is gonna be written by Elton John.
Now, will it surprise you to know that I've never seen The Devil Wears Prada?
No, it's kind of a chick flick, but it's a beloved chick flick, mostly for Meryl Streep's portrayal. She's sort of like the villain-ish in the movie,
Okay.
and featured Anne Hathaway as well. So Sir Elton John is writing the music for this, along with Paul Rudnick. We know Elton John from The Lion King and also Aida.
And from everything he did in the 60s
but
and 70s.
Theater-wise,
Yeah, and 80s.
he's not new to theater. And I think
Yeah.
some people would find that surprising if they didn't already know theater.
Yeah.
Obviously, he did write music for the Lion King film. That's no secret. But the musical, and then he went on to write Aida, which I love Aida.
Yeah,
I think that's a
Aida's
wonderful, wonderful musical. So then the producer that's working on this, he worked on Hand to God, In the Heights, and Rent. And they began developing this musical over a year and a half ago.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is going to be interesting to see, I don't know if they could ever get Meryl Streep to do it.
I would highly
She
doubt
obviously
it.
has the singing chops, having done a few movie musicals. And
I think the timing, it would all be a matter of timing. Because she's
yeah.
not going to be a spring chicken. I mean, no offense.
No, but her character isn't either. She was awesome in that movie. And yeah, I would love to see her do that on Broadway, but who knows? This could take a while because they've been trying to develop Mean Girls into a musical for a long time. It's still not on the boards yet.
I'm okay with waiting on that one, too.
Yeah, I don't know. If done right, I mean, Tina Fey was kind of involved with the project for a while, but who knows?
Yeah.
So there's my theater. I had to sneak theater in there a little
Cool.
bit. And then my last clip of the week, which was actually just happened last night, you brought it up, was Saturday Night Live killed it again.
Well, they killed it from start to finish with, I mean, they were all over the Donald Trump administration.
Over it. And they dropped an F-bomb.
Yeah, in the opening monologue.
They dropped a big F-bomb.
She dropped an F-bomb.
Kristen Stewart
Kristen
hosted
Stewart.
SNL last night, and in her opening monologue, absolutely dropped the F-bomb.
Now,
Whoops.
regardless of how you feel about Trump, and really, we do try our best to kind of stay away from the politics stuff. Regardless
Absolutely.
of how you feel,
Absolutely.
it is within our rights to satirize, to
Yeah.
to poke fun, and it's been going on for decades with Saturday Night Live. They've always had somebody impersonate a president, and they've always made fun of whoever's sitting in president.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump has not spared that, and he needs to kind of get over that.
And we have a little bit of a clip. So this is from the cold open.
Oh, you have the cold open?
I have the cold open right now. It's President Trump talking to Steve Bannon, who is dressed like the Grim Reaper, and they're just about to make a telephone call to Australia.
Hello, Prime Minister Turnbull.
Yes, hello, it's the Donald.
President Trump, how are you? I hear there's been a lot of blowback over your Muslim ban.
No, there wasn't. Everyone loves it. And we had to do it because of that huge massacre at Bowling Green.
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, it was horrible. So many people died, but actually they're the lucky ones because they don't have to see how bad The Apprentice has gotten.
Well, Mr. Trump, thank you for still accepting our refugees.
Homie, say what?
President Obama said America would accept 1,200 refugees. Your country's compassion will not be forgotten.
No refugees. America first. Australia sucks. Your reef is failing. Prepare to go to war.
Wait.
He also made a call to the president of Mexico later on in that clip. But the biggest highlight, I think, from the whole episode was Melissa McCarthy.
Wait, did the boat come in? I think the boat just came in.
You were saying that Melissa McCarthy was the highlight.
Melissa McCarthy stole last night from me doing an impersonation of Sean Spicer.
Oh, boy.
Who is the press secretary for Donald Trump. It just
almost didn't even know it was her when she walked out.
No, total makeup and
wig and
screaming, yelling at the journalists and calling them names. And do we have a clip? Do we have something?
We do have a clip. Here you go.
Today, when he entered the room, the crowd greeted him with a standing ovation, which lasted a full 15 minutes. And you can check the tape on that. Everyone was smiling. Everyone was happy. The men all had erections. And every single one of the women was ovulating left and right.
Yeah.
Earlier in the clip, she downed this huge container of gum.
Yeah.
And just started chomping on it.
Yeah.
I mean, 20 pieces of gum were in her mouth at one point. She goes above and beyond to create a character on that show.
You haven't seen the whole thing.
I didn't get a chance to. I was absolutely asleep last night when that was on.
Oh my gosh! Well, the whole thing goes over, and she ends up taking the podium and attacking the press with the podium. Oh my gosh!
That's typical McCarthy.
It's wonderful.
Very,
good
very
stuff.
typical McCarthy.
Home run.
SNL. We love that. Well, actually, there are moments of pure brilliance, and I have to say, I think that the election has really helped the show this year. This was I actually was going to put this down as a news clip this week. I didn't, just because you got to get rid of some. But it kind of goes off what I was just saying. SNL really has found a renaissance in all these new political skits. Same thing happened with the Colbert Report. Or not the Colbert Report, excuse me, but The Late Show with Steve Colbert. And when it first started, it needed to kind of gain some momentum. It didn't quite have it yet. Apparently, during the election and after the election, their ratings shot up.
Oh, wow.
Because he does so well with political commentary.
He does.
And the show handled the election so well, and the election day and night coverage on his show was stellar. And so the article that I was reading before was saying how well the show is doing now, how it's kind of finally hit its stride. And it's tough. I love Jimmy Fallon. I think the Jimmy Fallon show is amazing. And the writing on that is so good, and he's so charming. And I've always loved Steve Colbert, but I think that for a while, the Colbert Show was really just trying to find its footing, and now I think it's found it.
We need to start recording those.
We do. We just don't have time to watch them because we talk about news clips on a podcast.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
That's
how we do, and that is the end of the news clips for this week. We are under an hour. We stay under an hour today. Huzzah. What else? Anything you want to add?
I'm extremely happy that we did this today.
I know what I want to add for the good of the order.
What's that?
You're not going to be here next week.
Why are you so happy about that?
I'm going to have two men here without you.
Easy.
Patrick is going on some fancy schmancy tech conference.
I am. I'm so excited.
And I get to have two friends on the show. One is actually, it's going to be his third time on the show. We've never had anybody accomplish that. You know how SNL has
the
the 10-year club or whatever?
Yeah.
Now we're going to make pins.
Yeah. I think we should wait till 5, but yes.
Okay,
I think we should.
so Steve Weiser, the executive director of the Erie Philharmonic, is going to be my co-host.
It's going to be your co-host.
He's going to be in the chair to my left. And then our special guest, also exciting, is going to be Brian Hanna from WQLN.
Yeah, that's a great lineup.
We're going to have so much fun.
I'm so sad I'm going to miss it.
Maybe we'll Skype you in. You'll be our guest.
Depends when you do it, yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking about all the nerdiest things you can imagine. Probably drinking some vodka. I don't even know. That was Brian's request.
Oh, boy.
So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
Why are you jazz-handsing right now?
I'm so jazz-handsing right now. I'm really excited. We're going to record that Sunday. Probably is going to drop Monday, right before Valentine's Day. Thanks for being here, Patrick.
Yeah.
It's going to be... Where is the conference?
Oh, I'm so excited. I will be at the Pete and C conference in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
You bring back some chocolate?
I will bring back chocolate. If anybody out there who's listening knows the Pete and C is going to be at Pete and C, reach out, email me, even though I won't be able to read it because Kate only reads my emails.
I forward them to you.
Yeah. Well, anyway, reach out. Let me know if you're going to be there, and I'd love to meet up with anybody who's going to be there. But it's a really awesome tech conference.
You might get some tips on how to podcast better.
I might.
You might revolutionize our podcast.
Hey, you're Patrick, aren't you? From See Here's the Thing? Yeah, shut up more.
Yeah, stop.
Let her
Just
talk.
Stop. No, I think we have a good mix. I don't think that's a complaint at all.
You don't talk to the people I talk to. Hi, Julie.
Julie talks to me. Julie gives me great feedback. Julie's going to be on the show, too, sometime. Soon.
Yeah, we're going to do a
50 Shades Darker roundtable.
Yeah, I don't want
We're doing it.
I don't want to be part of it.
Oh, you have to. You're just going to giggle the whole time.
I will not.
I hope you do.
I will not.
Anyway, this has been another episode of See Here's the Thing. If you think that you would be a great guest for us, you want to talk about pop culture, movies, TV, music, theater, whatever, you need to get onto our website, seehere'sthething.com, and go to the tab that says be on our show or be a guest. Fill out the survey. Who knows? We may contact you to be on the program. If you would like to leave us a voicemail, we have this really neat thing called SpeakPipe. It's a widget on our website on the left side. All you have to do is click it and leave us a voicemail, a 90-second voicemail. You can tell us what maybe we should talk about in the future, your thoughts on this episode, your thoughts for future episodes. Or, hey, if you just want to talk to someone, I'll listen. I'll be there to listen. If you think our show is fancy and you'd like to make it fancier, we'd love to take your money. Just go into patreon.com/seehere'sthething.
It's not about us taking their money. It's about them getting something.
It's about accepting their money.
Them getting something.
You get a lot of street cred. You can get your name in future shows like Dave Mitchell from All in Act Theater Productions. In All in Act.
In All in Act?
In the act of... All in Act. Can't talk.
Yes. Thank God they sponsored us so we can mess up
What is
their
in
name.
this diffuser?
Vodka.
What's diffusing? Woo! But no, if you support us, we will push you. We will push your business. We'll not push you away. We'll push you on the show. Just like Dave Mitchell from All in Act.
There it is.
There it is. Who is our sponsor on Patreon. If you'd like to contact us any other way through social media, we have our Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, and Twitter accounts. You can listen to us on Stitcher, iTunes, Podomatic, and Google Play. So, for now, goodbye. Have a lovely week. It's Monday. What day is it? It's Sunday.
Well, we don't know when...
Super Bowl Sunday.
We don't know when this will drop.
Probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. Usually it drops the day after. But thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Patrick, we'll see you in a few weeks.
Extremely happy to be here still.
Extremely. Oh, damn it! Anyway, this has been episode 38. We'll see you next week with some special guests for episode 39 of See Here's the Thing. Bye.
Bye.
You're still here? It's over.
Hey listeners, I've got a special announcement that I'd love to let you in on. I just joined Patreon. In case you're wondering, Patreon is a simple way for fans to contribute to See Here's the Thing every month and get great rewards in return. You want to hear about the rewards that you can get just by sponsoring us for, hey, say $1? You can get a program shout out. That's right. We're going to shout out to you. We're actually going to shout with jazz hands and bad pirouettes. For a little bit more, you can get a YouTube shout out. That's right, a video shout out plus some street cred in our profile on YouTube. The rewards go on from there. Social media shout-outs. We'll even do product reviews for your company. Heck, we'll put a program ad in our show, and you never even know, you could be a guest on See Here's the Thing. All you have to do is go to Patreon. That's patreon.com/See Here's the Thing and donate today. You don't have to do a monthly payment. You could just do a one-time only donation. No amount is too small. Well, I don't think that they accept nickels. So I was going to just say that nickels are too small. They aren't to me, but to Patreon, I think you have to at least pledge $1. But that's like 2 cheeseburgers at McDonald's. You can have a McPick too, or you could donate on Patreon to See Here's the Thing. So again, if you'd like to donate to our show, we'd love to get some business cards, maybe even some pins. Pins. We really make it if we have pins. So go to patreon.com/See Here's the Thing and click the nice reddish orange button that says Become a Patron, and you could start supporting our podcast today.
Go home. Go.